Welcome in, welcome in. We are going to be doing ASVAB Mathematical Knowledge Test. So if you know anybody struggling with the ASVAB, please share this live out. Double tap your screens. We're trying to get to 5K likes in the first 5 minutes of the live. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Hey, T-Money. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. All right, we're going to start right away. If x equals 3/4, then 1 over x equals what? Okay. Ooh, are we getting A, B, C, or D? Guys, it's C. Okay. A, C. Okay. Hey, Vicky. Welcome in, Vicky. Hey, Jumpy Jan. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in, Pack Family. So we're going to plug in. TK said, I don't know. Okay. Kia said it is C. We're going to substitute 3/4 in for x. Now, if I write it this way, this does nothing, right? This is like craziness. It looks crazy. It doesn't help us at all. So what I would do is instead of writing it this way, I'm going to write 1. Remember, fraction bar means divide, and then keep it 3/4 like this. Good. Kia says B. B because anything is reciprocal. Okay, because 1 over anything is this reciprocal. I love that. We're going to do the keep, change, flip. We're keeping this, times in, and we're going to flip this to 4 over thirds. And so 1 times anything is that anything. And so, yes, B is our answer, you guys. Got it. Good, T-Money. Hey, Janice. This is not for a grade. This is called the ASVAB test. And the ASVAB test is for people that want to join the military. No, the X doesn't automatically mean divide. Why we are dividing is because when we have 1 over. See, this division mark means divide. So we're first plugging in the 3/4 into X. But this doesn't really help a lot of people when we plug it in like this. So we wrote it more like this. 1 divided by 3/4. We cannot divide fractions. We have to use the keep, change, flip. And so that's why we do it that way, okay? All right, let's go to number 3. It says evaluate for x minus 5 when x equals -2. Are you getting A, B, C, or D? GM said C. Arctic Fox says C. Lag says C. Vicky says C. Hey, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says C. Maya said C. Okay. We're getting a whole bunch of C's. Let's circle it. So we're going to substitute in -2 for x. So we're going to say 4 times -2 minus 5. Okay, we do multiplication before subtraction. So we're going to do 4 times a -2. That's going to give us a -8 minus 5. Thank you to my double tappers. Hi, are you coming on tonight? Yes, I am, Kay. And we're going to be doing GED math tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. Okay. All right. And then I owe you $8. I say, give me 5 more. Well, I owe you 13. Good. Yep. Perfect. All right. And that's our answer for that one. Good. We're at 1.8K double taps. If everybody could double tap their screen, we're trying to get to 5K 5K in the first 5 minutes. And then we're also trying to get out some shares. Thank you, Lopez, for sharing out the live, love. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go to number 2, you guys. 16 is 25% of what number? Are we getting A, B, C, or D? Rescue, thank you for the rose, love. Hey, Tony. Hello, Tony. It's been forever since I've seen you. I'm glad to see you today. GM said no idea. I see C's coming in. Okay, I'm going to show you this trick, okay, that I learned. Anytime you're taking 25% of something, what that means is you're going to take that something and divide by 4. And what's 16 divided by 4? Hello, Big Al. 4. And so A is our answer, you guys. Nope, I think I'm messing up. Let me make sure I'm telling y'all right. Because it's not 25% of 16. Nah, that's wrong. I'm jacking y'all up right now. I am jacking y'all up. No. Don't do that. If it was 25% of 16, then that would be the answer. But that's not saying that. It's 25% of what number gets us 16. So if we're dividing our answers by 4, which one will give us a 16? That's what it's saying. So let's do that, right? So if we divide this one by 4, that's going to give us 1, not 16. If we divide this by 4, that's going to give us 10. So B is out. If we divide 64 by 4, that is going to give us 16. And C is our answer. Yep, it is 64, you guys. So anytime you're taking 25% of a number, what that means is you're just dividing it by 4. Thank God. I scared myself, okay? I love it. Somebody said, where did the 4 come from? That's what 24% means. You're taking a fourth. So 25%, you guys, another way we can write 25% is 1/4. And then of means times. So we could say 1/4 X. We don't know the number. Is means equals 16. This is another way you could do this. So 1/4 times of X equals 16. And then how can we get rid of the 4 in the denominator? Well, we can multiply both sides by 4. And we get X equals 16 times 4 is 64. Hey, Apps, thank you for grabbing your heart, me. Can you do 50% or 75%? 50%, you're just dividing by 2 always. Well, 50%, you're always just dividing by 2. All right. Okay, let's go to the next. Can you redo? I just joined. Oh, we got more. I'm going to keep on going, you guys. And then we have more of those type in on this test, okay? I'm sure we have more percent. So let's keep it going. I just finished my ASVAB. I like that. Good, Kay. I just finished my ASVAB like 3 minutes ago. Ooh, purple splash. Did it go good for you? Hopefully it went good for you. Okay, so the diagonal of a square whose side length is 5 is... Okay, so let's draw this. For my visual learners, I always have to draw what we're talking about. We're talking about a square, and it says the diagonal. So I'm going to draw this diagonal of a square, okay, whose side length is 5. I don't think I wrote this very well because... Okay, if we're interpreting that the diagonal itself is 5, what are we trying to find? That's the question. Are we trying to find the diagonal with the side length of 5? I think that's what I was asking here. So if we know the side length is 5, what is the diagonal? What is this? Okay, that's how we're going to interpret this question. It could have been asked better. Okay, now I see a whole bunch of B's. Yes, it is B. Let's talk about why it is B. Now, if you remember in your geometry class, you learned about special right triangles. And you also, find the diagonal. Yeah, that's how I interpret it, Michael. Hey, Michael. So in every square, we have a right angle, okay? Now, if we split this right angle, remember a right angle is 90 degrees, you guys. Well, if we split that in half, we're saying this is 45 and this is a 45. And there's a special right triangle that says when you have a 45, 45, 90, that the sides are the same and the hypotenuse is x square root 2. So whatever this number is, you just attach a square root to it. Good. I see that yes coming in. Beautiful. So what does that mean? Well, if this side is 5 and this side is 5, then the hypotenuse has to have 5 square root 2 on it. So that's why B is our answer. Now, if you can't remember that, you lost me at hypotenuse. Thank you for saying that. The hypotenuse is the diagonal leg, or it's not a leg, but it's the diagonal side. So this is called the hypotenuse. You might have heard of the Pythagorean theorem, you guys. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You might have heard of that. And basically what we're going to say here is this is going to be the A, this is going to be, this is the C side. Pythagorean theorem. Hey, Bubba. But I'm telling you, whenever they give you a square and they want you to find the diagonal, they have to give you the side length. Just attach a square root 2 on it. Okay. Good. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. If P plus Q equals 12, what is 4P plus 4Q? Put it in the chat. I did get the worksheets for tonight. Good. You did get them? They were sent to your email. Did you get them, Epps? 48. Good. Okay, I see 20. 48. Oh, didn't. Okay. I will email you them, okay? Right when I get off, I'll email them to you. Because I sent them out yesterday. So you got C, D, 48. Good. Okay, so let's talk about it. No idea. Somebody said no idea. All right, so what we're going to do, okay, we're going to write this, what we have, right? Now, remember, they want 4s on here. Well, the only way we can get 4s on here is by multiplying by 4. How do you get the worksheets? If you hit the yellow star button, become a pack member, hit that subscriber button up top. Once you're a subscriber, you DM me your email, and then you get the worksheet sent out to you weekly. Every Sunday before 9 p.m. Central Time, you get the worksheet sent out for the whole week along with the schedule. Okay. So 4 times P, well, that's 4P. Anytime somebody asks you a number times a letter, that's what you got to do. You just put them together. It ain't going to make sense. Never. Okay. 4 times Q, 4Q. But we can't just do it to one side, you guys. We have to do it to everything. Good, Latoya. So 4 times 12. That is going to give us 48. So 4P plus 4Q equals D, 48. Any questions on that one, you guys? Yes. Why times by 4? Because why we had to times by 4 is because we wanted it. They're asking us what is 4p plus 4q. Well, the only way we can figure out what it is by taking what they originally gave us and putting 4s on the q's. But we can't just put 4s to q's. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So that's why we're multiplying the 4 to everything. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go to number 7. Yep, you're so welcome. Great question. All right, do we have our order of operations set, y'all? I just divided 12 by 4. Oh, you just multiplied it? A. PEMDAS, yes. I see A's coming in. I see a C. All right, let's get this PEMDAS down, right? What is it? What is PEMDAS? Okay, Michael said A. PEMDAS. Okay, I'm gonna circle A because most people are saying A. Let's see if the A's are right, huh? Let's check it. Let's check it. Okay, we're gonna start with parentheses first. So 5 minus 2 is gonna give us 3. Okay, we're going to times by that 6, add 18 divided by 3. We're going to drop everything else down that we didn't use. Now, what do we do next? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Hi, Renee. Multiply. Multiply. Good. Okay, so we're going to multiply. 3 times 6 is going to give us 18. Plus 18 divided by 3. All right, what do we do now, you guys? Kia said division. Good, Kia. Carlos, yes. Michael, good. So we're going to divide. 18 divided by 3 is going to give us 6. Drop down our plus in 18. And 18 plus 6, well, that's 24. So wonderful. For the other ones that were saying C, hopefully you can see where you went wrong. Maybe you added instead of dividing, right? That could be a possible mistake. You got it, Latoya? Good. So just figure out where you're going wrong and try to understand your mistake. That's how we learn, okay? It's not bad to make mistakes, but as long as we're understanding that it is a mistake, so we don't make it on the test, right? All right, let's do number 9. Solve for y. 9 is C. C. Danielle says C. Okay, PM says C. Ooh, we coming in strong with the C's. Do we even need to do it? Does everybody see it? Good, Ray. Hey, Austin. All right, let's do it. So, what are we going to move first? Add 5. Good, Bubba. Yes, we are going to add 5 to both sides. And we get 2y equals 11 plus 5 is 16. Perfect. Last step. Oh, E means exponents. Divide by 2. And we get y equals 8. Perfect, you guys. Wonderful. Good. I see those divides coming in. Thank you, country girl Ashley, for sharing out the live. All right, let's try number 6. Find the length of the radius if a right triangle inside a semicircle has legs 9 and 12. $7.5. You need us to go back? Okay. A. I'll go back after this one, you guys. I'll go back after we finish this one. Okay, you need help with this one? Okay. All right, so find the length of the radius if a right triangle inside a semicircle. Okay, so let's draw a semicircle means half of a circle. And if we have a right triangle, trying to get the visual. If we have a right triangle inside a semicircle has legs 9 and 12. Do we have the visual, you guys? It wants us to find the length of the radius. Thank you, Kay, for sharing out the live. So remember, our radius, you guys, is from the center to the edge. Okay, that's the radius. Well, when we have a right triangle, what can we use to find a missing side or the C side? We talked about it when we first started the live. Does anybody remember? What's the formula? Pythagorean theorem. There we go. Yes, indeed. Yes. So it's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is what we're trying to find right now, is this entire c. Okay, let's plug in. 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. Okay. 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. Okay. A semicircle is half of a circle. We're putting the right triangle in there. Now multiply. Good. So we're going to do 9 times 9. That's 81. Plus, what's 12 times 12? What's 12 times 12? 144. Good. All right. And now we have to add these. So 144 plus 81. That's going to give us a 5, 8, 10, 12. Carry the 1 and 2. So we're going to get 225 equals c squared. All right. How do we get rid of the square? Put it in the chat. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, new pack members. Square roots. Good, you guys. Square root. So do anybody know the square root of 225? Remember, you cannot use a calculator on this test. 15. Good. This is a test that requires you not to use a calculator. So my people that are taking the ASVAB, you want to practice as such. Okay? Make sure you don't have no calculator in your hand when you're practicing for the ASVAB. It's going to jack you up. Now, we got 15. Perfect. But remember, we're trying to find the radius. What we found was the diameter. How do you find the square root? So how we find the square root of this? Good, Bubba. Yes, Bubba. Is we're thinking of a number times itself. And 15 times 15 gives us 225. So when you're taking a square root, remember you're looking for a pair to come outside. So that's why 15 comes out. Now, Bubba said, well, since this is the diameter, since this whole thing is 15, to find the radius, we have to do 15 divided by 2. Yep, great question, Ray. And 15 divided by 2 is 750. So A is our answer. Yep. So wonderful, you guys. It's all this vocabulary, right? That's like, this is what makes this incredibly hard. First, you have to imagine what a semicircle is, right? Half of the circle. And then you have to say, well, how am I going to fit a right triangle inside? This is how you have to draw this. And then the right triangle had legs that were 9 and 12. You have to understand these are the legs and not the hypotenuse. Okay. All right. Let's keep on going. The greatest common factor, GCF, of 45 and 60. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Janice. I forgot. They did ask me before to go back to the last problem. So for the people that were asking, go ahead and screenshot it. Got it. Okay, perfect. All right. Here we go. I love that. Somebody said, welcome back to Impact Math with Miss Taylor. Y'all be cracking me up. You like, no, you be cracking me up. All right. So the greatest common factor. Ooh. A lot of us mix this up with LCM, greatest common factor. It just goes back and forth. C. I see a lot of people saying C. So let's talk about it. Okay. So 45. First, we have to understand what a factor is. Remember, a factor is a smaller number that can go into both of these. It's the smallest or smaller number. It cannot be bigger than 45 or 60. What can multiply to get you 45? Yes. So what can we multiply to get us? Now, the good thing here is we know GCF, one of these got to be it. So, and we're looking for the greatest one. So if I'm going to say, okay, is 5 the greatest? No, because I can get something higher than 5 to go into both of these. 10 doesn't go into 45. So anything that ends in a 0 is out because it won't go into 45. So now I have a 50-50 chance here. Well, I have to know how many 15s will give me 45? 3 of them. How many 15s will give me 60? Well, if 3 15s get me 45, then 4. Yes, Big Al. Good, Bree. Yes, you guys. 4 will get me 15. So the greatest common factor that both numbers have in common is 15. Pink Heart, you right on time, love. You're right on time. Hey, I say if you make it, you on time. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, number 10. What we getting for this one? Yes, okay. A equals 1. B. I see a whole bunch of B's coming in. Should I circle it? Okay, I'm going to circle it, but I ain't sure. So let's figure out how we get there. Okay, so it's telling us that B equals 3. So I know wherever I see a B at, I have to plug in 3 there. And it wants me to find the A. So I'm going to leave that A, 3A plus 2. Now, why am I writing parentheses here? I'm writing parentheses to show multiplication because whenever a number and a letter are attached, they're multiplied together. That's why I have to put, when I'm plugging in 3, I put the multiplication. Else it would look like 23. And it's not 23, it's 2 times 3. All right, so now let's do it. 3A plus 6. Beautiful. I saw somebody put that in the chat. What do we have to do next? Minus 6. Beautiful. Yes, Jumpy Jan. Subtract. Good, you guys. Right. Yes. And we get 3A equals 6. Last step. Then divide by 3. Good, Jay. Divide by 3, divide by 3. And yes, A will equal 6 divided by 3 is 2. So wonderful. How did you get the 13? We didn't get 13. There. I didn't think we got any 13. Yes, Mr. Sam. I got you. Yes, I indeed can. Email me here and I will get you the information you need. Okay. All right, let's do number 11, you guys. The slope of a line passing through 2, 5 and 6, 7. Oh boy. Cotton, you said, oh, cotton candy. I'm and cotton candy, you did? Okay, now, when I say email me, like you emailing me to this email, or are you DMing me? Because the DMs, I'm going to be honest, y'all, don't DM me unless you're like a pack member. Always it's better to email me. Cotton Candy, I just wrote your username down, love, and I'm going to DM you, okay? I'll contact you. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Mr. Sam. Yes, of course. Yep, I tutor as well, you guys. As long as my live, and along with my live schedule. Hey, King James. All right, so I see a whole bunch of B's. I see A's, and so on. So let's get started. Slope. Slope is the change in your Y's over the changes in your X. So we're going to label our points X1, Y1, X2, Y2, okay? So I'm going to get, remember I said my Y2 was going to be 7 minus my Y1 is 5. All right. I just saw an email go through. Thank you. I did see that. And then what is the denominator? Yes, Mel. Yep, I do geometry as well. Six minus 2. Val said 6 minus 2. Good, Vlad. 6 minus 2. And then, so, because we say X2 minus X1. 7 minus 5 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Ooh, so what's our answer, you guys? Good, Latoya. Good, Tori. Got you. The simplest form, A. Yes. 2/4. 2/4 is always a half, you guys. Good, Nails. We can always divide when we have even over even. Remember, you can always divide out by 2. So we get 1/2. So wonderful. Good. Okay. Let's go to the next. In the figure, angle A equals 120. Angle B equals 30. What is angle C? A. Oh. Okay, so not 120. Okay. So in a figure, angle A and angle B. So let me see. If the figure, I'm going to draw a triangle. Now, some of you guys might be like, wait, how you drawing a triangle? How you know it's a triangle? It just said figure. But it also said that it gave us 3 angles. They said an A, a B, and a C. And so a 3 angle is always a triangle, okay? Because it's 3 sides. So if A is 120 and B is 30, ooh. How much, I don't think the answer's there, you guys. How much do all triangles add up to be? Oh, no, the answer's there. It's there. 180, 180, 180. Good. Yes. Good, Danielle. Big Al. Yes, you guys. It always adds up to 180. And since we know that it adds up to 180, what we're going to do is we're going to do 180 minus. And we can add these two. 120 plus 30 is 150. Well, when we subtract 150 from 180, that's going to tell us how much C should be. 0, 8 minus 5, well, that's 30. So angle C has to be 30 degrees. Any to say. Where did you get the 180 from? We got the 180 because all triangles have to add up to 180 degrees. All 3-sided figures have to, if they're enclosed, so I'm talking about 3-sided polygons, okay? They always add up to 180 degrees. Hi, Royce, the girl. Hello, hello. That's something you got to know. No matter like if it's a small triangle, big triangle, giant triangle. All triangles. There's a big theorem that says all triangles add up to 180, okay? All right, let's go to this one. How many hours are there in 3 weeks? Yep. Okay, B. I see a whole bunch of B's coming in. Now, I don't know how many there are, to be honest. So let's do some conversions. Remember, conversions, they will never give you on this test. Vicky said B. If Vicky said B, I got to circle B, okay? Nah. Okay, so if people say, okay, I got to circle it. Roy said B too? All right, so let's see how we get into this B. Okay, so if we're going to start with weeks, we have 3 weeks. 1 week is how many days? Put it in the chat. Okay, country girl. Ashley said B too. 7. Good. Okay, we got 7 days equals 1 week. Well, remember, we're trying to get to hours, so let's keep on going. 1 day equals how many hours? Good, RTX. Of course, 24. Good, there's 24 hours in a day. Even though people say we all get the same 24 hours, do we really, though? For those who got kids? I feel like some of the kids, they put a little spin on your 24, okay? And now we're going to multiply, okay? Multiply. So we're going to do 3 times 7, give us 21, and times that by 24. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Put a 0. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. 4. Anything that doesn't have a 4 at the end of it is gone. I don't even have to do the rest. You are not going to waste time adding this all up. As soon as you see 4, especially if they bless you like this with only 4, you circle it and you move on. Okay? Always. All right. Oh, man, you guys. I just got 1 more week of soccer practice. But I'm not going to be able to finish this right now. But if I do have time, I will jump back on before, like I did last week. I will jump back on like around 4 o'clock, something like that, around that time, you guys, and we'll finish this if we can, okay? If not, for sure tonight, my PAC members, we are going to be doing GED algebra practice. Some people sent in what they needed to go over. A lot of people said the GED. Yes, Bubba, I got you. Yep, I got you, Bubba. So we're going to be doing this one tonight, all right? Be blessed. I'm in Central Time. Bye, you guys.